Hi. In our last message, we went over True Mother's reflection about our first HJ Love Offering from Asia Pacific 1. In this message, I'd like to share some of the reflections of our members who gave for the first HJ Love Offering from Asia Pacific 1, especially from our youth, our second generation. I think the national leaders all gave great testimonies and reflections, so I won't read all of those, maybe one. But I'm not going to share the names, or in most cases, even the location, just because I didn't get permission to publicly share everybody's testimonies. But these testimonies and many, many more were all sent to our True Mother. And some of these testimonies are quite straightforward, quite simple. Some of them have really deep points. But the reason I'm sharing these is because we still have a few more days until the end of the year. We have a few more days until the end of this HJ Love Offering, our second HJ Love Offering time period. And what I really want to do is encourage each of us to have a growing experience through the HJ Love Offering. Some moved their mind by perhaps mobilizing more people than they thought they could, or donating more money than they originally thought they would. The point is that whatever God is guiding you to do to stretch, that is the point. Of course, everybody that participates, even in the most simple way, we can say this is a participation in the HJ Love Offering. But I want you to think in terms of what testimony you would write. Whether you give $5 or $5,000, what testimony do you attach to that gift? What is your internal experience with that? Perhaps you got your brother or sister or parents to donate. Perhaps you managed to mobilize 43 couples to share something. It's not necessarily going to be the same type of stretch that you experienced the first time. For some of you watching, maybe this is your first time. But what I want to encourage you to do is, whether you've already given or not, I want you to prepare your testimony. And that might include, for some of you, adding to your donation or adding to your offering in some way. So let's just take a look and see if any of these, of course, some of you watching are going to recognize these words. I've only made slight changes in terms of perhaps English grammar for some of you that English isn't your first language. But these are just a small selection of the testimonies I received and passed on to Mother. And I already mentioned to the leaders that from January maybe 1 to January 7, I hope there's nothing else I have to do than just read the reflections of our members. And I invite you to email me directly, those of you that participate. So let us begin. Again, remember, how am I going to grow? What is it? In what way will my Hyojang Love Offering this time move me, inspire me, give me something to talk about, give me something to write about? So this is from one second generation. Thank you so much, True Mother, for continually loving us and guiding us. Upon hearing about this HJ Love Offering from President Damien Dunkley, that it will be offered to our True Mother, my first thoughts were how thoughtful our president is. His thoughts and actions truly reflect how much he loves our True Mother, and this inspired me to think more of our True Mother in my daily life. So if that's really true, if some of you feel more inspired to live with the grace of true parents or give and multiply because you think you're inspired by my love for True Mother, then think about what your love for True Mother inspires others, right? It's not just the guy with the position. My position is temporary, but my relationship with True Parents is eternal. And if there's something we can get from one another, then we will move one another. And again, that is about our testimony. Let me continue. Same testimony. So I want to put more effort into sparing even just a little time of mine to have it as a daily habit, even subconsciously, to be thinking about our True Mother. Even though I may not be physically able to do much to serve True Mother, I'm hoping that my thought itself can count as a condition of always serving our True Parents. Isn't that beautiful? I'm grateful that we can have this opportunity to contribute to the love offering, and I wish to ease the burden of our beloved True Mother by studying diligently and hoping that in the near future I can contribute even more for Heavenly Parents' providence. If only I could have all the precious and priceless things of the world, I would happily and without any hesitation offer them all to our True Mother. Thank you. Thank you. I believe you may know who you are. Hopefully you recognize your testimony. Okay, now from another second gen. Dear True Mother, how precious is this chance to write to you my humble reflection. When President Dunkley mentioned about the HJ Love offering, I was thinking, what kind of offering will make True Mother happy? He mentioned that True Mother's pillow is often wet with prayerful tears because you are always concerned about us and the restoration of 7.8 billion people and the liberation of God's heart. That's right. I felt I really wanted to do something to ease the burden of True Mother and connect to her heart more deeply. As the Mother of Peace, you have dedicated your whole heart for the sake of God's will as the only begotten daughter. You've been trying to restore people of different races, colors, cultures, national backgrounds to come together as one family under Heavenly Parent. Despite carrying this great heavenly mission, you always sacrificed yourself and are always concerned about us, and we could really feel your boundless love, and we would love to offer something that could really express our heartfelt love and our gratitude to offer our support to you, our beloved True Mother. So, when seeing about this offering, when you see this offering, I pray that you will feel supported. And we don't want you to worry about us because we are there to support you. We are there with you, True Mother. Please don't worry. We will do our best and fulfill our portion of responsibility to become filial sons and daughters that you and Heavenly Parent can be proud of. To be honest, this person concludes, to be honest, I repent that I still haven't fully really understood your heart. And from now on, I really want to stand beside and alongside our True Mother, working together to bring about the restoration of 7.8 billion people. So don't worry, I believe all of us have a lot of growing to do and a lot of learning to do, if we're honest, like you, how much we can really understand Heavenly Parent's heart and our True Parent's heart. So we're all growing with you. Thank you for your testimony. Okay, here's another second generation. Dear True Mother, through participating in the HJ Love offering for the Heavenly Parents Holy Community, this time to give thanks to our True Mother, it's the first time for me to use my own money to donate myself. I was always impressed by the experiences of our blessed families and brothers and sisters when offering donations. And I wanted to also have that understanding and experience. Until now, my parents always gave me the money to donate. That's common, right? For all blessed families around the world, that's common, even to quite old age. But after I offered this donation, I felt some happiness, like the thought in my mind has been liberated. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the last 3 weeks, I had a chance to live in the center with members. And during this time, I always were praying to God, how can I have a correct understanding about all things. Sometimes I feel that within myself it is difficult to have the right heart about donations. If I think externally that just the church needs money or the leader needs money to operate, to run the operations, but now I'm learning that is actually a spiritual matter for myself. Okay, through this HJ Love Offering, True Mother, I feel it helps me to become closer to God and helps me to adjust my understanding to become aligned according to my conscience more. Thank you very much, True Mother, for always guiding us patiently. We love you. Thank you for your testimony. Here's another second generation. Dear True Mother, I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to participate in this special HJ Love Offering for our precious True Mother. President Damien Dunkley encouraged us to do Jungsong conditions for our beloved True Mother for 40 days, offering vows in support of our True Mother and Heavenly Parents' providence. Our beloved Mother, as the Mother of humankind and the only begotten daughter, is our Heavenly Mother who works so hard, showing the model of living for the sake of others and all of her children around the world. In the past, I never really understood deeply about True Mother's works, but this time I realized that True Mother works so hard, and that makes me have the mindset to do everything I can to support her, our True Mother, you, our True Mother, in everything that I do. I'm so appreciative and thankful that I can offer this donation, even though it is small. Thank you so much, our beloved True Mother. Thank you for your testimony. All right, next, another blessed child. Greetings to our beautiful mother. My parents were blessed by true parents, and because of them, I am alive. Inspired by our regional president, Reverend Dunkley, for the love offering, honestly, I wanted to give more, but now I'm not earning, I'm just studying in school. I couldn't support much from my personal savings, but I'm so proud of my sister because she gave her whole scholarship amount as a love offering. My parents always tell me to help others, and I'm glad that this time I have an opportunity to send my love to True Mother. I wish True Mother good health and happy atmosphere all the time around you. It's beautiful. So actually, not only this blessed child is sending love to True Mother, but also testifying to their parents and their sister. And this is the testimony from that sister. Hi, I am studying in the 9th standard of the SMVHSS Punjar. I am a second gen living in Kerala, India. My father is Indian and my mother is from Nepal. They received the blessing in 2001. Since then, my parents suffered a lot to establish a successful blessed family, and I am proud to be a blessed child. Okay, I want to stop right there for a moment. How moving even just that, this brother and sister even just recognizing that they exist because of true parents. And this sister testifying to how hard her parents worked to establish a blessed family. I really want to just take a moment to say thank you. All of you who have given even a day, an hour, your whole life to true parents, to Heavenly Parent, thank you so much. And to our couples, I know we struggle in our couples, in our parent-child relationships, but when you hear out of the mouth of the child saying, look, I know how hard, how humble we are and how hard we struggle just to establish, we have the idea of perfection, but we're not perfect. We want to be perfect. We want to help each other to be perfect, but if we are not willing to recognize our imperfections, then how can we help others with theirs? In other words, this is a total tangent, by the way, and I'm in the middle of this beautiful testimony, but this is something that's really on my heart a lot and for many years. And it's something that wants to come out as its own message. And so to spend more time on it. But in a nutshell, I'm just simply saying to this sister, thank you for honoring your parents and understanding that it's not easy to build a blessed family, and that you're proud, despite the challenges, that you're proud to be a blessed child, and that you give and that you show up. So the truth is, it will take us maybe generations to really get to the level of perfection we all dreamed about when we studied the principle. So let's be easy on one another. Yes, let's expect the best, but let's also embrace everything in reality and really support one another. Okay, so we'll leave that message for another day. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Okay, and if you're what they call a resting member or ex-member, this kind of thing, really, I want to embrace you. We want to embrace you, and please feel welcome. No matter what it is that weighs on our heart, we should feel that our community is the first place, our parents are the first place that we run to feel and embrace. That's the kind of culture I'm hoping to create with you. Okay, let us continue. She said, I'm so proud to be a blessed child, and this is the first time in my life that I could offer a small gift to our true mother. From my government merit scholarship, I am 100% happy and proud to say that I was able to offer 100% of my total savings. Now, I don't know, I forget how much that is. I believe it's close to like $300, which we know she's in India. That is a huge, a merit scholarship is presumably something that is given to a certain number of children every year. I didn't study about it, but I know that regardless of the numbers and all of that, she gave 100%. Thank you so much. I believe that, I wouldn't expect you to do that again. Or if you do it again, that's just like a whole nother, it's not about, just doing everything the same every time. It's about understanding the value of the thing. And the value of this thing, I really see her connecting to her foundation, true parents, the foundation of her own parents, the blessing. She's a blessed child. And she simply gave everything she had. And it's precious because it's the fruit of her labor. It's not just something she just got. It's really the fruit of her hard work, because she got that money as a gift from the government for her hard work as a model student. So I'm very impressed by that. And she also went on to thank some elders. She said, I especially want to thank Mrs. Ahara, who initiated to bring my family into the mainstream. My sincere thanks to our regional leader, Reverend Dunkley, and our national leader, Reverend Krishna, and Uncle and Dr. Jyoti. So there's some shout outs with names. We're not really mentioning many names, but there you have it. We know that that's in India. Okay, here's another second gen. And I can say, actually, this is from Central Asia. The first few ones were from China, by the way, from Greater China. Okay. Hello, my name is ... and I simply want to share my reflections and thoughts about the donation I made. I heard about this initiative for the Asian region about these donations, and I immediately agreed with it in my heart. I felt that this is the right thing to do. I am happy to know that I can support True Mother and the global providence by giving my part to it with my money. I remember lots of moments before when I received support from True Mother, from the church, and I also see it as a time when I can give it something from myself. It was a snap decision. Recently, I managed to save some money, keeping it in my drawer, and I realized that this was what I had been saving it for. And even for this short time, I can feel that the donation was another condition for a higher spiritual world to be able to work with me, and I'm happy I did it. Thank you for your offering and your testimony. Okay, here's another one from another region I won't mention. This is a center leader. I am very grateful. This is from a center leader. Thank you for your hard work. I am very grateful to have the opportunity to offer this HJ Love offering to True Mother. When I first read the letter that President Dunkley explained about this present to Mother, I felt grateful for the idea. And I felt there's a good chance for brothers and sisters to connect with Mother's heart through this offering. In the beginning, I was a little bit worried, since there's no specific amount or goal decided. That's right, I did not put a monetary goal. Maybe for the first time, you're participating in a financial donation that doesn't have a monetary goal. We have a participation goal. I just want everybody to participate. But we do have a goal. I hoped to not just make an offering, but I really wanted to do it out of our love for True Mother. During this time, I sent part of Mother's memoir every day to brothers and sisters, and I sent some videos that can help them relate to Mother's heart. I am grateful that most brothers and sisters responded positively and made the offering out of their hearts. And there is a couple that raised their offering twice before the 15th and again before the 22nd. So remember, the first time we gave just 21 days, and for the first, I think, 3 weeks of January, we ran it. And what he's saying here is that one couple made an offering 3 times, essentially. They made an offering, and then they felt called to add more, and then they felt called a week later to add more again. Even though it was not a big amount, we felt their heart towards Mother. So it shows movement. It actually also shows that when we give, we feel better. And so they wanted to give more. Okay, I sent the message to just our core members in the beginning, feeling that it might be difficult to ask some of the brothers and sisters who are not really connected with us right now. But one day when I prayed, I had the idea that I still needed to tell them. Thank you so much. So we connected with the brothers and sisters who are not really coming to church so much. And some of them responded. I'm grateful that through this, they can relate to True Mother. Yes. For my family, when I prayed, a number came out. And it is actually the number that I usually give to my parents during Chinese New Year. I guess I just gave the region away. It also made me repent. How come I never think of giving a present to true parents? I'm really grateful for the heart of President Dunkley, and it gives us an opportunity to show our love for True Mother. So honestly, I think I said this so many times already, but the testimony that really just gets me every time is simply, thank you for giving me a chance to give something to True Mother. I mean, the truth is, we do much for true parents. We do so much for true parents and for the community. But what moves me is that those of you that really get it, this is an opportunity to give something. Hopefully something you're proud of, right? Hopefully it's enough. I mean, all of us can frankly give. It's not difficult to give the cost of one drink, let's say. Here's a little, that's not Ilwa, so I can't promote the brand. You know, it's not difficult, even for the most humble family, it's not difficult for us to give like the price of, one bowl of rice. It has value, but it should be something that moves us beyond what is just easy to do. And again, it's not just about finance. It can also be that we perhaps offered our love by inviting many members to participate, working with our tribe, and so on. So anyway, what gets me about this testimony is simply that this person, center leader, always prepares a gift. Every year with a traditional mindset to prepare a gift for their parents during Chinese New Year. But never thought automatically by their own mind, never had thought before about preparing in advance a gift to their true parents, True Mother. So it's simple, but it's deep. And this is really the right heart to have, heart of a child to our parent. And I believe in Asia, you know so well about filial piety. So we have to translate that same mind. We should be giving to our parents. I was just communicating with my father right now and feeling I should communicate more. But it's the same. We're communicating our love to True Mother. Here's another member. Sorry for those of you translating. I'm very grateful for you. We're already at almost 30 minutes. I understand. And last message was very long. I'm going to trying to keep this shorter, but this is your testimonies from the field. Never did you hear them before, right? So if you, in the future, if you give me your testimony and permission to share publicly, I will share the names, but I feel without that permission, I don't want to share the name. Okay, this is another member's testimony. When I knew that I was going to offer a gift for True Mother, I thought that every time my physical mother's birthday or mother's or sister's day, we enthusiastically prepare a gift and an envelope, same like the previous one, right? Then our True Mother, who is greater and nobler even than my own physical mother, has been working so hard for Heavenly Parent and the world, even though she is very old, and working very hard and working tirelessly for humanity. So again, with the English, what she's saying is, I'm always thinking to prepare a gift for my mother, my sister, but wait, True Mother's working so hard, okay? So don't think of Mother as someone who just has everything she needs. That's how people think incorrectly about heaven. Okay, here's another side story to the translators. Here's some inspirational quality from Damien Dunkley. Side note, many of us have a relationship with heaven, whether we are Buddhist or Christian, whatever. We have a relationship with God or Heavenly Parent or heaven, where we have this concept that heaven has everything it needs. God has everything they need. Heavenly Parent is all omnipotent, all powerful. They can do and have and whatever they want. So, in other words, they don't really need us. We understand that we should be good, but even that, we feel, we should be good for the sake of our happiness. We don't tend to realize that it's actually for the sake of heaven's happiness, actually for the sake of Heavenly Parent's happiness. When we think in the terms of a physical family, that's not hard to understand, right? If children misbehave, if children are not good, it makes their parents miserable. So it's the same. Throughout human history, how good have we been? If we truly are children of God, if we truly are born of our Creator, whatever faith you have, it doesn't matter. If we truly are spiritual beings inside a physical body, given life by a creative, loving force, a parental force, then surely that parental force is capable of at least the same emotion as a common physical parent, I believe. That creative parental heart is much greater and has a capability far deeper than that of my own heart or anyone else's heart as a parent. I don't think anybody from any faith would be upset with me for saying that. So that's what true parents taught us, that our Heavenly Parent has been burdened throughout human history. Burdened because of our suffering. When our children suffer, we suffer. When we suffer, Heavenly Parent suffers. So why I'm drawing that comparison is because when we think about giving an offering, often we might be limited to the thought that when we give an offering, a blessing will come to us. Well, that's true. But that's still quite a sort of elementary school level understanding, right? A graduate level understanding is actually, I'm not just doing that for my sake or for the sake of some church leaders or some noble project. That's even greater. Like, okay, I'm doing it to divide my heart. I'm giving an offering to become a better person, and maybe a blessing will return to me. I may also think, well, I'm giving an offering so that I can make a difference in the world, and that money can be used for a good purpose. That's a good motivation. But the most powerful thing, let me draw the microphone closer just for emphasis. The most powerful aspect of this offering from your heart is your heart. Is your heart and your artistic awareness that your offering, by giving it to, is saying, Heavenly Parent, true parents, I recognize that I am your son. I am your daughter. And what I do matters. What I think matters. And not for just my sake, and not just for the sake of supporting some good project, but because I want you to know that in this way, I want you to know I love you and I'm here for you. And I'm willing to stretch for you, to prove it to you. Now, it's not that we have to prove our love to Heavenly Parent per se, but Hyojung is the act of joyfully, excitedly preparing something to move our parent's heart, to move Heavenly Parent's heart. Okay? End of tangent point. End of emphasis. So the point here is that this member is always giving something regularly to their parents, and they realize, wait, I should give to true parents. So as a little member, what can I do for my true mother? They're thinking. Well, when I donate, I considered giving my living expenses and all kinds of other normal consumption expenses. So I thought I can take out 2,000. Okay, I'm going to do the exchange right here. I could take out $300 to buy healthcare products to recuperate my body. But what about our true mother? What about her body? When I donate, I should not only consider my own. The gift to my beloved mother should be greater than the gift I would give to me. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I mean, I've read this so many times, but even now I keep getting more out of these testimonies, because think of it that way. Like, what kind of gift would you feel excited about giving yourself? Okay. Like maybe some of you really need a new phone, or you need, not just a gift, but something you really need. Like maybe it's a facial or a massage or a new clothing. Some of it's practical. Even this is quite practical, healthcare products, but that's good. That's important for you. Or maybe a special meal for your family. Maybe not just what you would give yourself, but maybe you've saved up for a month to take your family out to dinner. And oh boy, I think you should do that. But when you think about that you give to true mother, it's interesting to use this member's thought process, which is, well, wait, what kind of a special gift would I give to myself? And how much would it cost? Surely I can't give to mother something less than I would give to myself. That's an interesting way of even arriving at your own determination. So they go on to say, when I donate, I'm used to giving principled numbers. Originally, I thought about giving $180, but then thinking of our true mother, or Mother's Day or her birthday, how much do I usually offer her? When our new able President Dunkley mentioned the offering to True Mother, I could feel that as the leader of Asia Pacific One, when he shared True Mother's autobiography with us, his love for True Mother touched me. Thank you, I'm glad. We hope to see True Mother bloom a beautiful smile of relief. Well, your dream came true. To this member who, gave so much, your dream came true. I personally testify that True Mother smiled as a result of our HJ love offering. Okay, we have just a little more. Here's another member. As a member, I think what we can do for Heavenly Parent and True Parents, especially as a full-time worker outside of the church system, it's difficult for me to do frontline activities, but I have to think about different ways to connect with True Parents' heart. I want to experience our elder members' heart too. They sacrifice so much, and I just enjoy listening to their fruits. Being a full-time worker is sometimes an excuse for me to escape my responsibility as a unificationist. But once I heard about the True Love offering, I was released in my heart, because I could realize I can give something to Heavenly Parent and True Parents to support even a little way. I know many members are working on the front line, and sometimes I'm so sad to hear about how some of them get hurt while working hard for Heavenly Parent. I wish that my little offering can support them also. I am so proud that my offering can be a part of True Mother's gift. Ju, that's beautiful. Another great point. So all of our members who are either working full-time jobs and only able to come once a week or show up occasionally on PeaceNet, or even those who worked hard in the past but haven't been involved, this is a great way to participate, and you are totally 100% welcome, and your testimony goes straight on there alongside with everyone else's. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to hear many more of those types of testimonies this year. Just two more, okay? This is from Peace Ambassadors. Okay. Offering something with love for someone who cares for you and everyone is the utmost pleasure. I feel honored and blessed to be among those brothers and sisters who are offering a gift to Mother Moon. Gift is a form of love, gratitude, and respect that we are offering to you now. The first time when I was informed about this, I was happy. At the same time, I wasn't sure how much I should offer. My income is decreased more than 60% due to COVID. And it's very hard for most of us right now to run our daily lives. But as our true parents have enlightened us on the importance of sacrifice as a matter of true love for others came to my mind. And I decided to offer as much as I can. The feelings after making my offering of love for beloved Mother Moon was this huge sense of gratitude that developed within my heart. I felt blessed and more hopeful towards a better future. So this is an example of how this person made a mental determination, a artistic determination, and a physical action greater than their potential, greater than that was really easy for them to do. And they were rewarded immediately. And this is not even considering Mother's response that we read in the last message, not even considering True Mother's holy garment or all of those things. So many of us, just after giving, are already 100%, moved and changed. And even like the family earlier that gave once and then twice and then 3 times because they're moved each time. I'm going to conclude this one. This Ambassador for Peace goes on to say, I realize that this is an example for all of us to manage even minimal resources, but not to forget the root of love in a giving nature. I believe that once the gift reaches to Mother, the happiness that it will bring to your face and soul can't be compared with anything. You are right. I wish that we may be blessed, that we can always offer more love and more gifts and soulful prayers for our Mother. May the teaching of our true parents be the seed of a giving nature, not only with us, but the situation that favors others and helps us overcome our challenges like this pandemic, which we're still struggling with. Thank you for your testimony. Okay, I'm going to share now the last testimony, and this is frankly a little longer, and it's not the full testimony, but this is the only testimony from a national leader. And here we go. Centering on the great leadership and inspiration from Asia Pacific One regional president, for the last 3 weeks, our blessed families and full-time members were fully mobilized for a special Jeongsong condition of love offering to send to our beloved True Mother. This kind of massive mobilization for collecting the offering was the first of its kind under my leadership. Initially, when President Dunkley first shared this idea with us, I was really worried, thinking about the situation of our donation culture, meaning we don't usually donate so well. But at last, after 3 weeks of mobilization, I'm liberated from my old mindset and wrong concepts. I was afraid to ask for a donation from the majority of our members, beside just a few families, which means this leader was confident, of course, among the core people that are always busy and always, sacrificing, but less confident for our regular team, even the regular members, let alone others. Okay, so let's go on. I was afraid to ask from the majority of our members, but listening to the heavenly guidance and inspiration from President Dunkley, I dared to challenge my limitations. Thank you so much. Alone, it would have been impossible to break through these challenges and limitations, but I had a team. I needed to build a strong team. So I invited a handful of blessed families and core full-time members for a meeting after the first week of initial struggle. So the first week of the HJ Love Offering for this nation was really difficult, like sweating. Okay, in unison, but at the beginning of the second week, they had this meeting. Okay, in unison, we all resolved to offer our utmost best effort to overcome our challenges by reaching not only the existing members and contacts, but even those close VIP ambassadors for peace, and so on, even long-lost members. This unity of heart among our few dedicated families and members, centering on the love of Heavenly Parent and true parents and our central figure, was the one and only foundation of our little victory that we could achieve in this mobilization for the love offering. So they started with this small team and just made a warm, hot feeling, and then they went out and tried to get rid of their concepts. So that's a great strategy. Now, when I reflect back on these 3 weeks of our massive mobilization, and I look at the results we achieved, I am overwhelmed with emotions of repentance in tears. Through this love offering, we did not only collect the money, we have accumulated a huge amount of experience with the deep realizations of God and True Parents' heart, for which will help us to grow not only our life, but our faith stronger. Recently, General Director Yoon highlighted the need of putting new wine in new wineskin. This love offering donation project helped us to realize that and become new wineskins so that the new vision of True Mother can be put in our hearts and minds. Honestly, there is so much in the reflection from this great Jeongsong condition that frankly I am helpless and unable to fully filter and organize all of the main points I have in my heart to share. Actually, my first and foremost realization is that unity is the best strategy. Without unity, we cannot achieve anything, and with unity, even a small group of people can make miracles happen. So, in this love offering project, even though there are very few of us, our members demonstrated the absolute unity of their heart with True Mother and unity with the special direction from our regional president. On the bedrock of that unity, we marched forward and approached everyone, whoever's name came to our mind. Our full-time members didn't only approach their families and friends or early members, they even went for a few days of fundraising in the midst of the pandemic to make their sincerest best love offering of larger and larger amounts. 3 center leaders not only led the fundraising of full-time members, they worked with full dedication to reach out to the maximum number of our members to participate in this love offering. Frankly, we have never, ever asked any of our VIP members to give any kind of donation until now. Okay, this is not just our members or resting members. Now this leader is talking about breaking that fourth wall of going to our precious VIP contacts. Instead, our True Parents have invested huge amounts for them, not only of their resources, but their whole life, their sacrifice, their heart and love, embracing so many VIPs, even beyond our imagination. So I was terribly hesitant to approach such VIPs to ask them to give a love offering donation. But having nowhere to escape and only I could go forward, I realized I should at least ask some of those precious close ones that I have a good relationship with. Out of the several thousand contacts in our VIP database, I started out with the few and talked with them personally. To my surprise, I got a very inspiring and positive response from many of our VIP contacts. And this motivated me to approach more and more and more of them. Some of them offered quite large amounts. I'm not going to list them here, but several $100s. And they said things like this: "This is just a small gift to return to Mother Moon. I know even this she won't use on herself. Rather, she will use it to give further to the place of need, as she is doing so many good things in so many places." That's poetry. Here's another one. I am very impressed with Mother's work for peace, with Mother Moon's work for peace, and I want to offer this small offering as the appreciation to her service to peace and humanity. Though I am just an associate of UPF and Mother Moon for just over a year, I have learned a lot about peace from Mother Moon. There is nothing that I could possibly do to pay back for what Mother Moon gave me. I am very honored to have the chance to offer even just this little love offering to Mother Moon from the bottom of my heart. So again, when you think about asking a VIP, it's not your responsibility to determine whether or not they want to give. Don't you think if they've received love, if they've felt moved, if they felt heaven's blessing upon them, if given the opportunity to respond with joy and love and an offering, don't you think they would feel happy? Here's one more. This is from another VIP. I want to do such an offering at least once every year. So that's beautiful. Okay, now this national leader concludes. Area of our core blessed families, we were all united with one mind and one heart to mobilize the spirit world to help us to achieve our national goal and beyond. And all blessed families offered their level best. Even our second-gen children who can walk and talk, meaning the youngest, offered this incredible Jeongsang by offering whatever savings, all their savings that they had. Honestly, I am very excited and grateful to learn the many important lessons through this love offering collection project. So, wrote that testimony. You know who you are, but all of the leaders, you wrote something similar. And please, we have just a few more days of this year. You should not only reach your goal, you should break it. Because breaking your goal will be the result of stretching beyond the concepts, stretching beyond the limitations, stretching beyond even the physical challenges. We have so many of them. But if we allowed the physical challenges to stop us or slow us down throughout human history, we wouldn't be where we are today. So that is why it is not even about whatever we end up sending to True Mother. The real offering is the sweat, the tears, the prayer, the reflection, the challenge. I know that some of you watching right now may have already given, and now you're wondering, did I feel that? Did I just give like like signing a birthday card that somebody bought? Did I stretch in some way? That's the only thing I want to add to this message. This message is a message from you. The members, just a handful of members, most of them blessed children, who gave last year, because I thought it would be nice for us all to reflect on how it makes us feel, right? But the purpose, and last week we heard how it affected Mother. It changed her heart. Do you think it was the number that changed her heart? Do you think it was even the testimonies written in black and white that changed her heart? I promise you, before the days and days of work that it took to translate each and every testimony, 50 plus 70 pages to give to True Mother, and hours for Dr. Yoon to read everything, before all of those things occurred, Mother could already feel it. Mother can feel it right now as you watch this message. Mother knows how much I'm stretching or not. And so, like last year, every one of you, each of your names will be reported and your donation amount, not to make you worry about it or but because whatever the offering that you're giving, I'm trusting that offering is an offering from your heart and that you're joyfully giving it. So only give what's joyful. But that means if what you gave didn't make you feel joyful, maybe you need to give more, or you need to add to your offering with some kind of Jeongsang or some kind of prayer. We're not using even 1 penny of any of this money. Does Asia Pacific One have a lot of money? No. We have very little. Very little. We're having to be so careful with everything we spend. Because first, we need to make sure that our heart and minds are right. Then we need to figure out how can we become self-sufficient. But to start that great trajectory of growth in Asia Pacific One, and I see great blessing financially even, but not by continually asking our parents to feed us. We have changed. We have turned the tide. We have started a new era because of these testimonies, these people, not me. We stand already on a great foundation. True parents have invested so much for the foundation that we built in Asia until now. So now, to show that we are here and alive and well, and to show that we are still loving the members of our tribes, we are bringing again our second offering substantially. So today, I want you to walk away with one, ask yourself the question, is what you have given this time, maybe you haven't given yet, I don't know, but is what you give moving your heart? Because if it moves your heart, then it will already move Mother's heart, because heaven sees everything you're doing and Mother feels it. So if we only give what's easy, or only approach this kind of haphazardly or casually, then no matter how much money we send and no matter how many beautiful words we write, it won't touch Mother's heart like it did last time. And because we're getting towards the end of the year, I really want you now to use the remaining days to reflect on this point. Just like one of the members was trying to figure out how to come to the right amount, whatever it is that you're offering, is it moving your heart? Are you going to be proud to write me a reflection about it? Please do so. And please don't stress about the external matters. Please don't stress externally about the number. Please ask your heart internally. In my life, many times I've given much more than I can afford, and it seems to only lead to greater blessing. But many of the times that you hear this message being given in a church, they talk about the blessing that comes back to you in many ways, maybe your health, maybe finance, maybe prosperity. But the greatest blessing, and it's true, but the greatest blessing is the happiness that it gives you immediately. So that's it. The purpose of this message today is simple. Please make sure that your HJ Love offering this year makes you happy. Please make sure that it makes you happy, that it moves you, and therefore that touched to that offering is your joy, like butterflies and birds singing around your offering. I heard in Mongolia that the members were encouraged to prepare a devotion box, right? A hyojang box, and make devotions and prayers, and put all of these prayers and devotion in that devotion box, and then eventually also to put some physical money in that box to be able to offer for the HJ Love offering. It's a beautiful idea, because the physical paper or the coin that you put in there is really just the result, or some physical form of your heart that you're giving to heaven. And so that's why I'm not putting the measurement based on how much money we raise, because it's irrelevant. I'm trying to measure the hyojang. And the only way I can measure the hyojang is if you're happy. The only way I can measure the hyojang is if it changes you somehow, even in a little way. So I want each of you to send me your reflection. And I want you to make sure now that if you have to change something about your offering or add to it in some way or reach more people, and especially leaders I'm speaking to, but all of us and tribal messiahs, if you feel that, God is pulling me to do more, and I'm reflecting on it for me too. If God is pushing me to do more, because God wants me to be happy. True parents want me to be happy. I want to measure your happiness. And so the only way I can really measure the like they do in Bhutan, right? The gross happiness product, however they call it, right? Not just GDP, but measuring our happiness the hyojang happiness of Asia Pacific 1 is how many people participate and the quality of your testimony, actually. Of course, I'm going to be happy if we raise a lot of money to give to True Mother because she needs it, for Korea right now. Absolutely. We're going to put it to good use. But the real spirit of this thing is, does it make you happy? Thank you so much to all of you who've already given, those of you that gave last year, those of you that have already given this year. Thank you to those that gave testimony last year. I hope to get even more testimony this year. Think of it. These testimonies should be the Acts of the Apostles of Asia Pacific 1. So it will all be recorded. And again, we're going to give Holy Garment. We've already set aside 40 of the Holy Garments to give to those who really do outstanding work this time with the HJ Love Offering. Mostly to those who are doing with their tribe, because Mother said, please encourage those who are also doing tribal messiahship, right? So good luck for those of you that are doing it. But really, I want to say all of you deserve True Mother's clothes. You think I'm talking just about the members who are here? Just the members who are watching? Just the members who are donating? In my heart, I feel the same even about the members who worked hard and for one reason or another left. My heart is such that even those members, even the members who only stayed for 1 year, even the members who only stayed for 1 hour, did they give something? Did they do something to advance 1 more inch? To give God 1 more credit? To advance the providence? If you did that in your lifetime, at the time of our true parents, you deserve. Point is, true parents love everybody. True Mother would give everything to everybody. The reason we honor representative families and people is to make sure they encourage more to follow. Let us make heaven happy. Let us make true parents happy. And let us make our families happy. And let us make ourselves happy. All of that happiness should be connected. If we're doing things for God and true parents, but we don't connect to the joy, we have to reflect and meditate. What's missing in my heart? Otherwise, we will limit the happiness that we're giving to true parent, our family, true parents, Heavenly Parent. So let us make HJ Love Offering of bright joy and happiness. And we have a few days left. Let us give more, do more, and prepare beautiful testimony. I will read every testimony. And I've already asked Edita to block out my calendar, at least for 1 week in the beginning of January, to read your testimony. Even in your own language if you can't do it in English, okay? Brothers and sisters, thank you so much. Especially I want to thank our interpreters. Thank you so much. Thank you, our leaders. Thank you, our best families, our ambassadors for peace, our brothers and sisters, our full-time members. You're all VIPs. Okay? If you can participate in the Heavenly Parent Holy Community HJ Love Offering, that's good enough for me. Thank you so much. See you the next time.